Alright, the next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to actually rewind back to when I was telling everybody about my basic builds, both on a Hammer Paladin, and I mentioned I was going to tell you about the Dragon Paladin. Well, I had a couple of people shoot me a message and say, hey, you didn't ever say anything about the Dragon Paladin. Boy, my speech is bad tonight, man. I can't even talk. Forgive me up front. First of all, because I have some type of upper respiratory thing. Sure, I don't have any help over here to the side, but that's alright. But tonight, I'm going to show you the basic build of a Dragon Paladin, just because it's fun. Now, is this a character that you'll use a lot, you know, in Ubertrist or Bales or anything else? Probably not. Bale runs is pretty cool, normal, nightmare level. Hell level, it gets a little bit awkward because you actually have to fight more. But Dragon Paladins are just pretty cool. And I was thinking of the movie that it actually reminded me of, and it just hit me at this particular moment. It's been racking my brain. I've only seen the movie like 20 times. But if you remember in Constantine, where the Hispanic guy like had the shard, and the part where he jumped over the fence and was walking through the field and all the cows just started dropping over dead. Well, basically that's what happens when you have a Dragon Paladin fully armed and ready to go. And I hope I get the skill sets right, the numbers in it all, because I try to calculate it up, and once again, my head's not foggy or anything, but for whatever reason I can't add tonight either. I've got a case of the dumbass or something. But anyway, I'm going to show you this, and let's do it. I'm going to do this in reverse tonight. Before I showed you the skill sets, and tonight I'm going to actually show you what the armor is, and get a lot of myths out of the way, and see if I can actually do the addition correctly. Alright, let's start off with the weapon. Hand of Justice. I'm using a phase blade, 4 open sockets, and this is one reason a lot of people don't use Dragon Paladins a lot, because they're the most expensive build other than a lightning source. I think lightning source. I believe it is. That you can actually have. I think a faux pally actually costs just as much as a Dragon Paladin. But anyway, I don't want to digress on any of that. Hand of Justice. Sure Sham, Am Low. 3 high runes. Alright? Now, and forgive me if you can hear the train in the background. That sucker's loud and I got the window open. The important thing on a Dragon Paladin is the Holy Fire aura that it gives you. This one is 16. Alright, so that's the Hand of Justice. On the armor, I'm using Dragon. Now the defense, this is $7.99. The defense isn't really that important with a Dragon because you only fight when you have to. It's, you know, hand-to-hand combat. And this one has level 14 Holy Fire. Okay, when equipped. Of course, you got it equipped. It's on your freaking body. And on the shield, another Dragon, because Dragon can be in armor and shields. And this one, once again, level 14 Holy Fire. And I didn't go over the runes with this one. I'm sure you can see it. Sure Low Sol. So 2 high runes, 2 high runes, that's 4. 3 high runes, that's 7. So 7 high runes to make a Dragon Paladin. Now, the Helm, I'm using a Shako. You could probably find a Pally Circlet or something a little better, but my Shako will do me just fine. They're easier to find. And on my amulet, I have the Rising Sun. It gives you 2 to fire skills. This is important because it does not have a particular character set. So my Paladin can use it and actually benefit from the fire skills. On the gloves, once again, I got +1 to fire from Mage Fist. And you get 20 faster cast rate at the same time for if you do anything silly like I do sometimes in Bell runs and do hammers and all that. But, you know, gotta have some fun with the game. And then your Dungos. I have a Ravenfrost just for the attack rating pretty much. And what did I miss? There was something with Fire Absorb. But anyway, The boots, yeah, basic paladin boots of choice. If you can't see it up here, I think I got it panned off right here. Sandstorm Trek boots. That's the basic paladin boots of choice on most. And on the little crafted ring that I got here, it's just got 10 life stolen per hit. That's whenever you do have to attack. Alright. And I did have a paladin torch whenever it came out. I traded it off to a friend. The only thing I have this for is for the attributes and the resistances. So that's not really that important. And these pieces of crap, I think I was going to craft that. I'm not really sure. Alright, so there's that. On the skill tree, let's start off with defensive auras. Resist fire. You have to understand that your offensive and your defensive have to work together on a dragon paladin on fire to maximize the damage that you do to the enemy. Alright, so this one here, I've got resist fire maxed. Then I just got a point of defiance just for the defense for you and your party. And then down at the bottom, I have salvation, which when active, aura decreases fire, cold, lightning damage, and that right there, it doesn't really stack with the resist fire, but it does help in certain situations. Alright, now on the offensive auras, I have 1 in might. I messed around and I put 2 in holy fire, but really all you need is 1. You can put 1, you can put 2, it really doesn't matter. But this one right here is what really activates the entire gear set. This is important. Now I've seen some people that actually max that, but it doesn't stack your skill. It only stacks the equipment. Now we know this because the friend of mine from the old ladder, Hardcore Kennedy, had a Dragon Paladin. I think it was Hardcore. If it's not and he sees this video, let me know. Anyway, Holy Fire, it only requires 1 point. Kind of like a sorceress with only 1 point in teleport, or a couple of points in teleport and 1 point in static. That's it, 1 point in static. That's all you can have really to make that skill work properly. And this one, of course, the reason why you only have to have 1 point in it, the overall, is because it receives bonuses from resist fire and salvation. That's the main reason to max these other 2 skills. Alright? Remember, character builds are all based on synergies and equipment. A lot of people will go out there and they'll have this, you know, what I call a Palomino character. They'll have 20 different things going on, but not really doing a whole lot. It looks like they are, but if you look at their life and pots that they actually pop all the time, that's why. Because it's not built properly. Now I know there's all those people out there that's going to be skeptical and say, you dumb kids, whatever, even though I'm not a kid. You know, stuff don't stack. It will. Okay, I'm going to show you. And down here at the bottom, of course, the main ingredient to really make it work, I know there's all main ingredients in this particular build, but max conviction to decrease the defenses of the enemy, okay, and decrease their resistances. Mine happens to be 135 points right now, and once again, mine's only a level 89, so there you go. And I'm sure you can see these. If I miss something, you can see the points right here. I got the camera set pretty good, so it'll be alright. Now, let me give you a little example about how this works. I wonder if I still have this portal up over here. The one the guy told me I was a retard for having.